Hello everybody, it's I, SkinnyDude here, back with another custom card craziness. So this time's theme was quests, and this was the most submissions I think I've gotten yet. So buckle up, go grab some popcorn, pause the video, come back and enjoy the video when you come back. Alrighty, so here we go. So the first one is from MG, and it is a 1-mana quest. It's a neutral quest, so it can work for any class. The taco is coming. The quest says summon 8 minions that cost 5 or more mana, and the reward is Tacozilla. Now the issue I see with this is it says summon. So your doppelgangsters, even though they're going to be rotating out soon, if you play doppelgangster twice, you've already summoned 6 of the 8 minions that you need. So that just seems really not that hard to get to because it says summon. But the reward... And the reason why I say that's because the reward's just busted. So the reward for the taco is coming is Tacozilla. Tacozilla is the 10 mana, 15/15 lifesteal that cannot be targeted by spells or hero powers, and every time it kills an enemy minion, it gains +2/+1. So ways to deal with this: Frost Nova Doomsayer, Twisting Nether, Doom, a quality concept. Basically, we need some sort of mass board wipe, not AoE, mass board wipe to take care of Tacozilla. In this day and age, with Control Warlock being a thing, I don't see that being too hard, nor with Aggro Pallies now running Equality to do some trading in. But if you're fighting like Druid, would have an issue. Mage can't polymorph it. Priest can't mind control it. It really deals a number on some of the most crazy classes. So, and the fact that it's a neutral quest, so every class has access to it, makes it a little bit too, I don't know, stretching. But anyway, it is a cool submission, and on to the next one. So the next card set was from Crate Jesus. I love how he did this too. So he's got the 1-mana Shaman quest, The Darkest Winter. Quest, freeze 10 characters and your reward is Frosty. Something that's awesome about this is that free shamans had no things to push it. I mean, yeah, you got Morabi, but that's not enough. You need more stuff to work with it, like Elemental Package, Jade Package is huge. So if Shaman had this quest, I guarantee you'd see at least a few free shamans every once in a while. So the reward is Frosty. So Frosty's the 5-mana 5/5 elemental. Awesome. It's got the elemental tag too. Battlecry, turn all enemy minions into blocks of ice. And for those that don't know, the blocks of ice do absolutely nothing. They literally just change them into an icon that does absolutely nothing. It just sits there. So, it's pretty good. So thank you, Crate Jesus, for those submissions and for the awesome Shaman quest. If they made that be a thing, then free Shaman, like I said before, would be an actual thing you'd see every once in a while. Don't know how good it would be yet still, but all you have to do is just freeze 10 characters to get there. So, certainly a possibility. And they could be your own. So that one guy that comes in and says freeze all your minions, well, those are characters, right? Alrighty, so next on to the next few submitted by Eddie in Action. First one is a Mage quest. Quest says it's called the Wild Spellbook. The quest says cast 7 spells that cost 5 or more. Your reward, Magna Aegwin. So Magna Aegwin says 6 mana 8/8 Battlecry. Replace your hero power with Spell of Mastery. So the new hero power, 3 mana to do this hero power. Deals 7 arcane missiles randomly split among all enemy characters. That's awesome. That's just phenomenal. I mean, it just shoots 7 missiles for 3 mana. Granted, they could all go to the enemy face and they take 7 in the face. Or you could kill off some of their stuff. It's like such an RNG dice roll every time that uses hero power. But it definitely seems usable. I mean, the reward being a 6 mana 8/8, and all they have to do is cast 7 spells that cost 5 or more. I believe the spellbook card for Mage, trying to remember the name. Oh, Deck of Wonders is the one thing. Deck of Wonders that shuffles those in. You cast a spell with those. So, and it shuffles 5 in. So you cast a spell, and then you draw a new card. Or cast a random spell. So that's 5 right there. So definitely the Wild Spellbook seems like it could be something that you can make it to. And then Magna Egwin is literally just a 6 mana 8/8 with that battle cry to give you that awesome hero power. So seems pretty phenomenal. Next one submitted by Eddie in Action. A Paladin quest. 1 mana Fury Guardians. Quest. Use your hero power 8 times. And the reward is Lord Anduin Lothar plus a new hero power. So, Lord Anduin Lothar is a 6 mana 4/10, cannot be targeted by spells or hero powers, and then give your Northshire Crusaders +1/+1. What is a Northshire Crusader? Well, it is a 3 mana 3/1 Death Rattle. When it dies, resummon it. So you're probably like, whoa, 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 this is crazy here. You can just get an army of these. Well, the hero power itself, which summons these Northshire Crusaders, helps to limit that effect. A 2 mana hero power, summon a 3/1 Northshire Crusader. If there is more than 4 in the battlefield, discard your deck. So let's say you summon 2 Northshire Crusaders. All your opponent needs to do, especially if you're fighting Q block, is just do Faceless Manipulator and then Prince Taldaram, your Northshire Crusaders, and then your entire deck is discarded. So you gotta be careful. At most of the time, you're probably only gonna want one of these out, for the sake of being for that reason. But, I mean, it still resummons itself back. And it gets +1/+1 if Lord Anduin Lothar's out. So really it's a 4/2. That Death Rattle, when it dies, resummon it. It just seems pretty busted. You just gotta be really careful with it, that's all. And think your plan. Be like, alright, does my opponent normally have Faceless Manipulators? And if this ever was a deck, instead of people taking Geist all the time, they take in Faceless Manipulators to deal with this deck. So the next few that were submitted to me are all from Torva. Torva, my God, he gave me so many of these. So you guys just bear with me here. We got a 1 mana, another Paladin quest, Unite the Stars. Quest. Play a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cost minion at any point in the game to trigger this. It does not have to be on the same turn. It could be throughout, like let's say turn 3 you play a 2-drop and a 1-drop. That counts for both of those. And your reward is the Paradox Potion. So this is by far going to be one of the most complicated things for Blizzard to ever pull off if they ever wanted to do it. And I mean like ever. So here's the Paradox Potion. 3 mana. Everything that has happened in the last 5 turns is undone. It don't include anything that involves this card and how it got into your hand. You're probably like, whoa! And I was like, whoa, when I first heard it too. So what that means is, anything involving that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cost minion that you played will stay out, but everything else is undone. Cards you draw go back, health totals will change, but except for those 5 minions, if they are even still alive and out. But let's say your 2-drop and your 4-drop's still alive and you play that, those guys aren't leaving. Everything else your opponent did in those turns would be reset. Or go back to 5 turns previous, because it's in the last 5 turns. So I'll just let you guys think about that one. And while you're thinking about that, we're going to go on to Torva's next huge. And I mean, this is like, I know he kind of did it to troll me to an extent, but I just had to put them all here because he did it to troll me. 1 mana neutral spell, a neutral quest. Arcane Enhancement. Quest. Use your hero power 3 times. The reward. Discover an enhanced hero power, then gain the quest that corresponds with it. Here's the first one so you can see what I mean. So let's say you discover because it says you discover a hero power, an enchanted hero power. So what I'll do is I'll go through each hero power, its quest, and then the reward for that next quest. And then I'll talk about the next hero power and so forth. So one of the options of the hero powers you could discover is a 2 mana Arcane Flare. Enhanced hero power, deal 4 damage, then deal 1 damage to your hero. You get to hit something for 4, which includes the enemy face, and then deal 1 damage to your hero. And then the quest that corresponds with that, Arcane Pyrohelix. Quest, you have to deal 20 damage. Fireballs, flame strikes. If you flame strike and have 5 minions, you just dealt 20 damage. The reward, replace your Arcane Flare hero power with Arcane Incineration. Arcane Incineration is a 1 mana ultimate hero power. Deal 8 damage, then deal 2 damage to your hero. 8 damage. 8 times 4 is 32. So you just gotta hit your opponent 4 times with this in the face, assuming that they don't heal or armor up or anything, and they're dead. Yep. But that's an ultimate hero power. You have to complete 2 quests to get there. Yeah, I guess it's okay. The next option of hero powers you could discover from the first quest itself. Arcane Pulse, 2 mana, enhanced hero power. Deal 1 damage to all enemies. And the quest that you'll gain in addition along with that is called Arcane Vision, 1 mana, quest, kill 7 enemy minions. So when your new enhanced hero power for Arcane Pulse deals 1 damage to all enemies, if you can end up killing 7 enemy minions, you replace your Arcane Pulse hero power with Arcane Fury. Arcane Fury, 1 mana, ultimate hero power. Just deal 3 damage to all enemies. So every turn, you spend 1 mana, just keep hitting them for 3. That seems a little bit more board clearing centric, but that's still okay, I think. That one seems a little bit less, I don't want to say like you just insta-win, but like Arcane Incineration dealing 8 damage to anything and then dealing 2 damage to your hero. Just seems like you could knock your opponent out real quick if you're playing Burn Mage. So the other hero power you could discover, Arcane Frost. Enhanced hero power. Freeze all enemies, including their creatures, the hero. Your hero takes 1 damage for each. So that's pretty sketchy, assuming the quest that goes along with that is freeze 15 enemies. Now, Blizzard helps with this. Frost Nova helps with this. So you won't necessarily be taking 15 damage to complete this quest, assuming you had those still in your deck. The reward to go along with the quest, Arcane Ice Age, which is the freezing one, yeah, is you get the ultimate hero power, Arcane Blizzard, to replace your Arcane Frost. Arcane Blizzard, 1 mana, Mega Freeze all enemies. Deal 1 damage to your hero for each. Mega Freeze. So they'll be frozen for 2 turns. When you freeze them, they'll be frozen then. And then they'll do it again and be frozen all again. So 2 turns. Granted, your hero just took 1 damage for each. But it's just... I just think it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's bad enough when you get your stuff frozen for 1 turn. But when they all get frozen for 2 turns... that's when it can get pretty crazy. And that's why I'm like, dealing 1 damage to your hero for each could be pretty good. Because what you can do as the enemy, you're like, oh, my opponent's at like 5. I'll play like 4 minions, and then when he goes to Arcane Blizzard, he'll kill himself. So, you can obviously play some shenanigans around that, because Ice Block won't trigger if it's on your turn and you're using your own hero power. So, you gotta play that really defensively. Maybe after you Jaina, but then you would lose your water elemental summoning to do all this. So, I don't know. Seems pretty interesting. So thank you, Torva, for all those submissions and having me go through all this. So now onto my cards. The real reason why you guys are here. Because you can see all these in the Discord if you're a member of the Discord. And if you're not a member of the Discord, hop into the Discord. The link will be in the description below. And you can submit your own custom cards to hopefully appear here for next week. Alright, so to continue with my history theme. My quest is a priest quest. 1 mana, history. It's called the Vatican City. Quest, restore 30 health to your hero, and the reward is to discover a champion. What is a champion? Well, there is 4 champions that you can choose from. With Discover, you will be given 3 out of the 4 options. It will not be like Calamos, where you can see all of your options and then pick one there. It'll be, you will see 3 out of the 4. So one of them will always not be in this pool. It'll be just randomly how that'll be assigned. So these champions, you have to restore 30 health to your hero. And you're probably thinking, that's crazy. But as a priest, let's think about this. Greater Healing Potion, Minions with Lifesteal. If you're in Wild, Reno Jackson. So, there's some ways to get there. Meaning you have to have taken damage. So basically it's, you're dead, but you heal enough health to keep you still alive. Restore 30 health is what that's saying. So here's your rewards that you get. You're going to be pretty busted. And I want to say this is probably one of my favorite triple C to do here, because of how crazy I got to be with these. So the first one. Vaz-Gazan the Redeemer. 5 mana 3/3 champion. Battlecry. Discover 4 legendary minions and summon them. So you'll be given the different options all the time of 3 legendary minions, and you pick one and you summon it. The battle cries do not trigger because you're summoning them. So you can get original Deathwing and you don't have to worry about your board being clear. You could also get Nat Pagal, if that's like the best option out of the bunch. Why would that be the best option? Could not really tell you, but so that's why I made it 4, in case of some are bluffs, and it's a 5 mana 3/3, because it impacts the board pretty significantly, because most of your minions are probably going to be healing you up anyway, defending you to the point where you can get this reward. So it's really for kind of meme shenanigans, but at the same end of it, you could get there in an actual deck if you try hard enough. So that's one of the options, is Vaz-Gazan the Redeemer. The next one, 5 mana 4/4, Ogmavath, don't know why I gave them such interesting names, the Crippler. So we have the Redeemer, here's the second one, the Crippler, champion. Battlecry, your opponent discards 4 random cards. So they can be any class, and they just lost 4 cards in their hand. If they only have 3, they discard those 3. If they only have 4, they discard those 4. The reason why this guy might not be chosen that much, number one, you wouldn't pick him if you're fighting aggro. Pretty obviously. Unless, for some reason, the Pally used Divine Favor and matched your hand size. The other way is, if it's late game and your opponent's running out of cards in their hand, and they don't have like 4, you can just do this and finish them off. So it could be good, but on the other end, if they just really don't have anything that's worth it, like all their big threats are gone, you don't want to grab this guy, you'd probably grab something else. Speaking of something else, what else could you grab? The third one, Nissa the Lunatic. A 5 mana 6/6, which is the best statted one of the bunch because her hero power does not immediately affect the board or hinder your opponent. 5 mana 6/6 champion. Battlecry. Discard your hand and then fill it with epic and legendary cards from the Wild format. So if you play this quest in Wild, you will receive cards from the Wild format. If you play this quest in Standard, you will receive cards in your hand. Your hand will get discarded, but then you fill it with epic and legendary cards from the Wild format. And that's why she's the Lunatic, because she busts all the rules. So you might be thinking right now, Skinny, these champions are pretty busted. What's the fourth one? What could that possibly be? I saved the best one for last, in my opinion, because I think it personally breaks the rules a lot, and it can make you be from the losing standpoint to just winning. It is 5 mana 4/4, Agmaral the Cheater. 5 mana 4/4 champion, Battlecry. Go to your collection and grab 3 cards and play them in the selected order. You could do literally Twisting Nether, which would kill Agmaral, but it would still keep going because it was a Battlecry. Because you have to play them in that order. So you select those 3, and then you'll press confirm and play them in that order. Is how that would work. So you probably would do... Let's say you're winning, though. You wouldn't do this, but most of the time you probably go Twisting Nether, and then like Deathwing, and then Lich King. Or something like that. So it basically totally flips it around into your favor. You're in a losing stance, you're winning. Let's say you're already ahead. You just go like Deathwing, Deathwing, Lich King. And you play them. So battle cries will trigger. So keep that in mind too. But let's say you're close to winning with your minions on board. You can literally go Spellbreaker, Spellbreaker, Ironbeak Owl, silence all their taunts, and go face with everything and win. Or just something along those lines, you could go Ironbeak Owl, silence their taunt, King Crush, charge Devilsaur. Well, the Battlecraft Charge Devil Sword would take into account, so you probably would go King Crush Faceless Manipulator on your King Crush Burst for 16. They don't have anything? You cannot, that would be rule 2. You can't, like, pick the same legendary 3 times. So you can't go King Crush, King Crush, King Crush. You could go King Crush, Leroy Faceless Manipulator and copy one of them to go for, like, a 21 damage burst. Or something along those lines of just being crazy altogether. Maybe Growmash, Whirlwind, Faceless, copy your damaged Growmash. Anyway, it puts you from the most losing perspective. Because you got to heal 30 health here. Meaning you got to take hits and then heal up to 30. For that thing to trigger. At least. So you want to probably grab this guy most of the time. Because he can put you in favor. Let's say he's one of the ones not in the pool. But your opponent has been beating you down. You've been kind of evened out with the odds here. They got 4 cards in hand. You just want to grab Ogmavoth for the heck of it. You can play that, make them lose their whole hand. Let's say you want to gamble. Summon 4 legendary minions. Or if you're feeling really special, you play this best statted one, discard your entire hand, and then fill it with epics and legendary cards from the wild format. So, alright, so this one was a long one compared to the other ones. That was because I had to review around 20, we'll say about 30. Around 30-ish cards and stuff that people submitting, which I have no problem with. I love doing this. I love submitting my own stuff. So, if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to smash that like button down below. If you are not a member of the Discord and you wish to take part in these fun activities after watching this video, join the Discord down below just so you can submit custom cards that fit our theme every week. And with that, hopefully you can complete your own quest in life. And I will see you guys later.